Welcome to another episode of Living the Dream in Canada. I'm your host, Keisha Johnson, and this is a show, as you know, that connects you with the trailblazers, the trendsetters, the game changers, and the living legends in Canada, people who are making tremendous contribution to community and are creating a legacy bigger than they ever imagined. That's what the show is about. We bring them in studio to connect them with you so you can find out about their journey to success. Hopefully you can learn some lessons too to accelerate your own journey to success. Today in studio, we have with us Nigel Jones, and Nigel is the CEO and founder of this brand new app for the Caribbean. It's called PromoCaribbean. I am so excited about this app because it's like Google for the Caribbean. You go there and you can connect with everything that's happening in the Caribbean, throughout the entire Caribbean, all 30 odd countries, right, Nigel?
Yes.
So congratulations, because that's huge.
Yes, it's really huge for the Caribbean community.
Yeah.
Yes.
So tell us about this app and what it does, because I'm really excited about it.
Oh, well, it's a pleasure to be here this morning and present this app to the public. This app is really tremendous for our community, the Caribbean community. It was launched in 2016, November.
So it's really new.
Yes, it's new, but it's getting a lot of attention. The app pretty much is a one-stop shop for the Caribbean, and it's the 4 languages: Spanish, French, English, and Dutch. So it does not matter whether you're from Guyana, we even cover Guyana, whether you're from Trinidad, whether you're from Jamaica, you're from Cuba, you have content in there. There are things that speaks about your island, your country. They're from history. You can get tourist attractions, whether it's news you're looking for, whether it's radio station, whether you're looking for a recipe. It does not matter what you're looking for. It's the closest to feeling like you're actually back home.
Oh, wow. So tell us how it works.
So pretty much it's you can access it through Google Play or the App Store. First of all, it's a free download to the users.
Free download.
Yes, it's a free download.
Okay.
And at that point in time, after you download that app, you pretty much have the Caribbean in the palm of your hand.
You know what? It was interesting. We've downloaded it, and a couple of days ago, I got an alert about a tropical storm.
Yes.
That's really neat.
Yes, we do cover and connect. So pretty much anything that the Caribbean community need to be aware of, we will send it an instant notification. So regardless of which part of the world you are, whether you home in the islands where that activity is taking place or away from home, you can actually know what's going on within the community. So whether you have family in Trinidad and there was a tropical storm which was in the area, you're aware of what's going on, and we will do it. We will pretty much bring that news and give you the update as time goes by. Yes.
Okay. And in terms, because as we're talking about news, I think it has like about 300 and odd news channels on there from the Caribbean. So it's between radio stations, TV stations. So whichever island you're from, if you want to connect with your local media, you can do that through the app.
Yes, it's geo-targeting. So pretty much you go onto the app, you tell the app which country you are interested in, and from there on you will have access to the radio stations, the news media, whatever, from TV to newspaper to, I mean, the list just goes on.
So is it that is there a fee that comes from the news outlet, or is it that you're connecting us directly to their sites?
No, what are we doing? We are just driving the traffic to their sites. Yes.
Okay.
So there is no fee, there is no access fee for anyone involved, whether it's a news source or the user of the app. What we are doing, we are saying here this is a platform, one central location where people can come and have access to all the Caribbean news sources.
Okay.
Right.
So it's more than just news, though, because I see
Yes.
there are ads on there for businesses, and you've categorized it into different sectors. So tell us a little bit about that. If I'm a business person and I want to get listed on the app, how do I get my information on it?
Okay, so pretty much what we did is we create that central location for all business, all Caribbean people and the community. We create that audience and give the businesses, the Caribbean-owned businesses, whether they're in the Caribbean or they're within the diaspora. It does not matter where you are. We give you the opportunity to get your business out there into the world.
That's a huge platform.
Yes.
Because and what can you tell us what costs are like if I want to advertise?
Well, we at this point in time, we are new and we are offering the businesses very low cost. For example, someone who has a fruit stand in Jamaica, for example, can come onto this app and pay like 200 US for the entire year.
Okay.
Because the platform is not just for the businesses that makes maybe $100,000 or $250,000 a year. No, it's for every Caribbean business person.
So this is leveling the playing field for the man on the street, the little small man on the corner,
Exactly.
as well as a very established business, that multi-million dollar
Yes,
business.
for sure.
Okay, so tell us some examples of some of the different businesses you have on there now.
Well, currently, in the island of Grenada, we have this gentleman by the name of Rootsman Kelly. He has a fruit stand on the side of the street. And
he's advertising on PromoCaribbean.
advertising on PromoCaribbean. So right now, people in Chile look at his ad. People in Cuba. I mean, we have people from all over the world who have this app right now and have access to his small business in Grenada.
Okay, but how does that benefit him? Because he's in Grenada and they're in other parts of the world. So how does that help his business?
Now, what amount? One, because let's take, for example, a Cuban in Cuba may have a family member in Grenada who is there working within the medical industry or whatever reason that person is there, but he can communicate to that person there that there is this guy who sells fruit on the side of the street in conversation. Or
and you're saying go check him out.
Right. Or he might travel to that island, he or she might travel to that island and want some fruits, for example, and the supermarket is shut down, but Rootsman Kelly stays there until like 10:30 at night.
So you know you can go get something
exactly,
from
yes.
Rootsman. Okay.
Or
okay.
even the
So it's a
returning-
lot of exposure.
Yes.
Okay.
For sure.
And I can only imagine that this would be great for tourism as well.
Yes, it's
Because if I don't know, I love the way you phrase it. It's like Google for the Caribbean. So
Yes.
wherever you are in the world, and if you have any inquiries, any interest about the Caribbean, you're saying go on this app and it can connect you with whichever island you're interested in. So is it that you have the information categorized by islands?
Yes.
Okay.
So pretty much, as I said, you go onto the app, you have a list of 35 countries. We recently added on Venezuela, which is part of the CTO. So you will tell the app which you will choose your location that you are interested in finding any services or any information on, and at that point in time the app will then show you, or you will have access to all that information,
For that
Yes.
island
So let's
or that
take,
country.
Yes, so for example, if you are planning a vacation to Antigua, you can ahead of time see what you will be doing when you go there, all the tourist attractions that you want to visit, all the events that will be taking place around the time you're there. You can see the restaurants that you will want to go try, see what type of food they have to offer, what is the bars, whatever. Pretty much it's the closest you can feel next to physically being
home.
there.
And you tried to transport us there with videos, because I remember you showing me like at Rick's Cafe in the Grill in Jamaica. You go on the app and you can click on that attraction, and you have a live video feed of what's happening at Rick's Cafe.
Yes.
And you have that for a lot of other places
Yes,
too, right?
yes. We also cover the diaspora. So pretty much what we're saying is this: if you have a website or you have a live cam, whether it's for your business or for an area where Caribbean people are pretty much concentrated, we can then expose that to the world.
Wow.
So we pretty much showcasing as much as possible the way our community operates, how we live, the things we're interested in, etc., etc.
And people are always interested to see how things are in other places.
For sure.
So like if I go to a big show, now we have to see how this works, if there's any kind of infringement with copyright or whatever. But when you go to a big show, like there's a big show coming up here in a couple of weeks, I think it is. And you're going to be there.
Yes.
So if the cameras are there, would you be able to? We can go on to PromoCaribbean and be a part of the event.
Yes. So all what they need to do, what they will do at that point in time, they just send us the URL link, and we can set it up through our app, and people can view it. Yes.
I'm excited.
So
about
it's something that people can really take advantage of.
Yes, because I'm thinking like people are interested in, especially sports, and there are major sporting activities happening, especially for the Jamaican folks and the Trinidadian folks too, right? Sporting activities happening back home if you're in the diaspora and you can't be there and you are on the road, you can log onto the app and be a part of the games or be a part of the activities.
Yeah, for sure. And one of the biggest one of the biggest audience that we do get is when there is cricket going on, for example.
Of course, Caribbean people love cricket.
Yes. So if there is any
rally around the West Indies.
So any of the websites that streams that we can redirect the people to that source. So pretty much what it is, instead of someone going onto Google, where there are millions and millions of different sort of information there, to look for a cricket game going on that they can see for free, we do the research and bring all that information in one central place for them.
Wow.
So it makes it very easy. So that's why we term it the Caribbean Google.
The Caribbean Google, because it takes out the guesswork and it's just refined and get you to right where you refine your search.
Yes.
That is excellent. So we're talking about PromoCaribbean. It's a new app. It's been out just a few months, about 7 months.
7 to 8 months, yes.
7 to 8 months. It features Nigel is the CEO and the founder of that and the developer too. And he says it covers all 34, now 35 countries and territories in the Caribbean. And everything that's happening in the Caribbean is there. But it's not just within the Caribbean. When we come back, we have to talk about what you feature from the diaspora. So it's connecting the two worlds.
For sure. And more, and beyond that.
And beyond that too.
Because we have a lot in store.
I would love to hear some of the places where you have users from. Because as it is right now, you have about 60,000.
Close to 60,000 downloads. Yes.
That is amazing, which tells me that you are doing extremely well.
Yes, we trying our best. We are trying our best. And I must say, thanks to the public, the support has been tremendous. I mean, we travel, we meet people, everyone, pushing towards that goal, assisting along the way. So I must say thank you all.
Awesome. We're going to take a quick break. This is Living the Dream in Canada. I'm your host, Keisha. We're with Nigel Jones, CEO and founder of PromoCaribbean app. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Are you retiring smart? Make your home's equity work for you. With your home's equity and our 30 years of experience, the Retire Smart Properties team can help you achieve the quality of life you've always wanted. Our services are 360 degrees. We'll give you advice, take care of staging and selling, and help you find the perfect home and community to transition to. It's time to enjoy the retirement lifestyle you deserve. Visit our website today to learn how you can use your home to retire comfortably. The Retire Smart Properties team, powered by RE/MAX West.
Welcome back to Living the Dream in Canada. I'm your host, Keisha Johnson, and with me in studio is Nigel Jones. Nigel is the CEO and founder and developer for a new app. It's called PromoCaribbean. And Nigel says it's like the Google for the Caribbean because everything related to the Caribbean, food, culture, business, you name it, education, every single thing you can think of, you can find it right there on the app. And he's categorized it in the countries. So if you're from a particular country or looking for information related to a particular country, want to do business with a particular country, you click on that country when you go to the app and get all the information there and you can search and whatnot. So it's free.
Yes, it's
How
a
do you
free
manage
download.
that?
Well, first of all, the purpose is really, the core to this project here. And the main purpose is connecting the Caribbean community. We have a lot to offer, and based on what's going on in the world today, technology, that cell phones became the remote to our lives.
True.
So this is the core of this, what you'll call it, this project right now that we about to really take global. So money will come, but as long as that purpose is being met.
For you had said earlier that part of why you're doing this is because, like you're saying, connectivity, connecting, the Caribbean community
yes.
inside and outside of the Caribbean and friends of the Caribbean as well. But for you, you're saying you wanted to create a platform that would give people an opportunity.
Yes, an opportunity and a voice where needed. Yes.
Yeah.
So especially for example, we are now are going to be adding a feature where you can go on job search. And this is an opportunity that will offer people in the Caribbean, for example. We are planning to go out there and approach business owners and companies within the diaspora, for example, that do, like, let's say, sponsorship programs. Because there are people in the Caribbean who are very qualified to do certain jobs within, let's say, the US, Canada, wherever is the case. And there are companies who might be willing to hire such people. So it creates opportunity from job employment. It gives it educates the people more about our culture, most of all, and to understand by island, because at the end of the day, even though we are within the Caribbean, but there are certain distinctive things that each Caribbean island is known for.
Right, and usually we don't always know those things.
Right.
Yeah, that is true.
So that is a step towards letting them know, okay, we are within the Caribbean, yes, but every island we have something unique. Unique.
So it's really bringing us closer in many different levels.
For sure, yes.
And creating opportunities for people to expose themselves, looking at business opportunities and promoting what it is they're doing.
For sure. And pretty much given the person access to information for someone who is looking to go on vacation and want that authentic experience of Jamaica or Cuba, they can see it prior to going there, because a lot of visitors, tourists, will go on into those islands and pretty much confine themselves
into a resort. Right.
Because some of them is a lack of information.
That's true.
But
That's
if
true.
they can have that information ahead of time, their whole thoughts and idea of going to that island can be.
They have a real authentic
changed.
experience of
Exactly.
the island and the real culture of
For
the
sure.
place.
For
Yeah, that's wonderful. So tell us now, remind us again where we go to get this app.
You can get that app. It's a free download from Play Store, from Google Play, or the App Store.
Okay,
Yes.
so we go in and we search
You
for
just
Promo
search
Caribbean.
Promo Caribbean, and it will then show the nice, beautiful logo.
We
with
have
all
to
the
brag.
flags.
We have to
Yes.
really brag because you were ranked by.
Oh,
You're like 14th in the world
Yes.
among travel apps.
Yes.
Among 500 and odd other apps.
531 apps. We are now being featured on AppLive, which is a discovery platform for apps around the world. And every app, there are different categories. And within the first of all, let me tell you a little more about AppLive. AppLive is this Japanese company that discover and feature the best apps in the world. So, for example, when it comes to social media, you will see Facebook, you will see Twitter as number 1, 2, and the list goes on. We fall under the travel category, and I'm proud to say that as of yesterday, when I checked last, we were number 14 out of 531 apps. And we talk of apps or like
That is
Canada.
huge. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
We couldn't have done
So
that.
what is it
with
that they're ranking you for?
Everything from the practicality, the uniqueness, it's also ranked based on the interest that the app get, because the something like 6 million plus users of the AppLive platform. So it's quite a few things that they look at, and then they rank you. The uniqueness most of all, and the functionality. I mean, I must say, within the space, I think as far as we are concerned, this app is the only app that is this comprehensive and the objective of our goal here.
Yeah, because
It's
I
the
mean,
only
I've
one
looked
in
at
its
in
space,
preparing. I've looked at some of the other apps that cover the Caribbean or Caribbean apps, and this is the only one that I see that covers everything. It's like you say, it's very comprehensive.
Yes.
Some of the other ones, they probably just cover travel or food or some accommodations,
yes.
but you have everything. It's like you remember the Yellow Pages?
Yes.
A little bigger than the Yellow Pages
Yes.
because it's also interactive. You can see
Yes.
videos on there. You can, connect with people. And give us an example now of if I were to put my business on Promo Caribbean, what features would the users have access to when I promote my business there?
Business listing you can actually list up to 3 telephone numbers. So let's
Yes, talk about that. You were telling me about how you do it so that, wherever you are, you're not paying long distance.
right. So
That's
this
clever.
is a neat and clever feature where, let's take for example, you have a business in St. Lucia. So you have a car rental business, and you get a lot of returning nationals or tourists who contact you from the U.S. and from Canada, for example, wanting to get information because they want you to, have access to your service. We can supply you with a U.S. number. We can supply you with a Canada number, and you will have the local St. Lucia number.
So if people are calling from any of these areas, they're not paying long distance to
not
call
paying,
you.
no, they call you directly from the app. They connect with you through that number on the app, and you yourself don't have a long distance fee needed. So you can call back and forth, which make the communication between the two parties make it more affordable. Yes.
And so this is a service, an additional service that, did you pay extra for that, or is that part of your business package?
That is standard.
That is
comes
standard.
Yes, but we have other services there, like they can share your information. Even if someone does not have the app, they can send it as an email or text. They can rate your business. They can if they want to get directions to your business, they can be mapped. They can see the map to your business.
Okay.
The list goes on. There are so many different things. There are certain packages where you can actually showcase some of the images of the products that you sell.
You sell,
You
okay.
can also get a link to a website. If you have videos, I mean, just name it. And we can also tailor it according to your needs.
Okay.
So if you want something to stand out in comparison to your competitors,
You're
we
able
will
to
work
help.
with you, yes.
Okay. So I'm hearing a lot of benefits for the people who are in the Caribbean and that they should engage. But tell us how it benefits people in the diaspora, because you, apart from them having information about what's going on in the Caribbean, because you were sharing a story with me with somebody who has an auto place,
yes.
and he's
It's,
in the
actually-
islands, but he got
Actually,
tell us this.
it's
That's
a gentleman
interesting.
here in Canada.
He's in Canada.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
he has 2 businesses, one listed in Grenada and one listed in Canada. And within the first month or so of he put in his ad, he was contacted from Grenada by someone who was traveling to Canada but wanted a rental. To make a long story short, he was able to rent out, he was able to provide that service, even though the rental service he really has is in Grenada.
So he has a
And
car rental place
yes.
in Grenada and an auto mechanic place here.
Yes.
And somebody saw the ad on PromoCaribbean.
And they didn't care because I think they knew him or whatever is the
Oh,
case.
okay.
So they wanted, so he was able to assist them anyway. But this is a more humorous side of it. However, there are people in the Caribbean who have family within the diaspora, and the family members who live out here may not even be aware of certain goods and services available even within their space.
Well, that's true.
And they are being informed by the parents, for example, people who might be in legal situations, need an attorney. Sometimes the frustration, they can't even think straight, but their mother can inform or their parents can inform them. Here, this is a service here, you can go get legal help, or immigration services, or even as simple as events. And because of the way that people communicate these days on WhatsApp and all these free platforms, it makes it easier to get that information back and forth.
Right.
Yes.
So it's I really love that it's bringing the whole Caribbean community together. So if that's your niche and your target market, you want to connect with the Caribbean, anything within the Caribbean, in the Caribbean geographical space, or with the Caribbean community in the diaspora, you're saying this is like the magnet. This is the one central place, the hub that connects you with the whole
Everything
community.
Caribbean.
Everything Caribbean. And it's a free app. It's called PromoCaribbean, ranked number 14 by Upliv among 531 travel apps.
Yes.
And already you've only been on the market for 7 months.
Yes.
But in that time, they've had over 60,000 downloads and counting.
Yes.
Tell me some of the farthest places that you've got downloads from.
Well, right now we are, to name a few, Chile, Brazil, we in France, Argentina, Cuba. I mean,
You're all over.
We're pretty much all over.
You're pretty much all over.
And we in certain parts of Africa. And
Speaking of Africa, I hear you're expanding. You're creating an app. You're not sleeping at all.
Speaking of Africa, yes.
You're creating an
Currently,
Africa.
we have the version for Africa. We just have it, it's soft
It's
for
getting
now.
ready to come out.
Yes.
to launch.
But this one going to be like, oh my God. It's
That's gonna be
crazy
massive.
Because, it covers 54 African countries.
I know, and you just think of their
So you can
population
just,
alone.
right.
It's
But
incredible.
it opens doors for the Caribbean community even more now
Yes.
that we can
Expand our
expand,
reach in
for sure.
showcasing what we do
And tie us
and
back
connecting.
to the motherland.
To
And
the-
all of those who wants to go back to the motherland, this might bring them closer.
This is clearly. Well, thank you, Nigel, for being a part of Living the Dream today. We are very proud of what you're doing and encourage you. I think this is fantastic for the Caribbean community. Another platform to get us out there, to connect with the rest of the world and connect the rest of the world with us. So there's nothing secret anymore.
No.
Opportunities abound, and you're removing some of those boundaries for business expansion and opportunities for people in the Caribbean and outside. So this is another episode of Living the Dream in Canada. We are so happy you were able to join us. We encourage you, go download the app, PromoCaribbean. Go to Google.
You could go Google Play,
Google Play.
Store, or the App Store. And just search Promo Caribbean or search Caribbean. We like number 4. It will come up.
There you go.
Yeah.
Free download. Connect
It's a
with the
free
rest of your
download.
community.
If you don't like it, you have the option of deleting it. But I'm sure you wouldn't like it, but you're going to love it.
Wonderful. So good to have you. It was my pleasure.
Yes, same here.
Thank
Thank you
you
for the opportunity.
Thank
Yes.
you. Take care.